I realised today I hadn't done a video or anything on YouTube for, I don't know, probably since the beginning of last week. And I'd say that's because I've been really busy, but that's not, I mean, there's stuff been going on, but I haven't been much busier than usual, not really. Mostly, I've just not felt particularly productive this past week. There's a lot going on in the world. A lot of it's quite just, I don't know. I just feel like I can't say I get anxious about any of the politics or anything like that. I don't. It's a bit like watching a train wreck, though. I should get anxious about it. I think it's strange that I don't. I sometimes get very annoyed with it. But it's not like it's running on my mind the whole time. We've got some pretty close fires, and that has been on my mind a lot. And on Saturday, that was a bit of a shit show because a lot of people had to evacuate, and so I suddenly had to take a load of evacuee horses in to my barn. So I was running around like headless chicken getting all that ready. That was quite tiring. And so yesterday I was just tired, and I just, all the spare time I could, ate chocolate really. But it's not like the fires are affecting me directly. It's just really, I have had the time to do YouTube things. I just haven't felt particularly productive, and it's not like I've been doing other stuff that's been productive. I'm supposed to be finishing editing this book, and I've probably got 1.5 pages left to do. All I have to do is read 1.5 pages, and it's been sitting there for over a week. Can't bring myself to it. So what have I been doing? Well, a lot of the time, there's a map that our local government have done that shows you the fires, where the fires are and how they've been spreading. So I've been refreshing that a lot. Yep, as if it's going to change. Like in every couple of minutes, refreshing that. I know a lot of other people do that with the coronavirus stuff, just keep refreshing the numbers. I haven't been doing it with coronavirus, but I have been doing it with the fires because I sort of want to see who's going to get evacuated next and if I have to take their horses. But I've been, you know what I do when I'm really not being productive? That's like, you know how most people do online shopping? I sort of do the same thing, but I'm always looking at horses. Really stresses my husband out when I do that. I do it quite a lot. I've been doing quite a lot of that this last couple of days. And watching a series called Sneaky Pete. It's quite funny, quite good. But I wanted to talk about productivity because it's quite normal to have times when you just do not feel productive and are just like, fuck it, I don't want to do anything. That's like the normal cycle of things, I think, for most humans, even those of us that are usually quite high energy, go, get stuff, shit done, that sort of thing. But when I had an eating disorder, I couldn't have weeks like this where I just was like, I'm not doing very much and I'm fine with that. I just couldn't. I couldn't not be doing something productive. I couldn't just allow myself to rest and mess around doing nothing at all. If I did, I would get the same sort of emotional response as I would say if I ate more food or if I exercised less than usual. And so that would be feelings of guilt, shame, anxiety, and regret, and all of those things. I would have that response if I even thought about being less productive. Now, you guys know I talk about eating disorders from a biological, evolutionary sort of perspective. And the way I see it, if you're in a time of resource scarcity, which if you're not consuming enough food for a prolonged period of time, we can assume that the survival part of your brain would think that you're in a time of resource scarcity, because for thousands of years, that would have been what that meant before diets came in, before being skinny was fashionable. If you weren't eating enough, it probably meant there wasn't enough food around. And if there wasn't enough food around, that probably meant that there wouldn't be enough resources in general around. And that would probably mean that everybody was being a little bit angsty with one another. Dog eat dog and all that. And so I think that when our brains go into that scarcity mindset, it makes complete sense that your brain is like, don't just sit around doing nothing, get up and get your ass moving, you idiot. Like, of course it would be. because it would behoove you to be as productive as possible in an environment of resource scarcity, right? But remember, that mode, that scarcity mindset mode, that is the emergency mode. That's like the SOS red alarm going off mode. That's not how we're just supposed to live. There's supposed to be downtimes, and times of resource scarcity are sort of considered not great as far as your brain and body are concerned. And so that mode is reserved for when things are not going that well in the environment, you know, stuff around you is scarce, it's sketchy out there. When things are not sketch, then that's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to come out of that resource scarcity mode and actually sort of be able to rest. Do you know why that is? It's because it's actually very good for us. It's actually really good for us to just do fuck all sometimes. I feel better for it. And I might continue doing a little bit of fuck all for this week as well. Because I know it's good for me. And I know that if I feel like that, it's because I just need a bit of a break mentally, physically, whatever it is. If I don't feel like doing anything, I know it's because I'm just not this lazy person. I know it's because my body needs a break. And anyway, I want to reclaim the word lazy. Lazy can be good. I'm going to be lazy. I've been lazy last week. I'll probably be lazy this week. Don't care. It's what I'm going to do. It's a good thing. I'm letting myself recoup, rest. The world is a shit show right now. I just need to hunker down and not do too much. And I hope that you'll do the same. And I hope that if you're in recovery from an eating disorder, and I know that really, all you want to do is eat and rest. I hope that you listen to that and understand that your body is telling you to do that because it needs you to do that. And that is what you should do. Okay, bye. I'm going to go and eat some more chocolate and watch some more shit TV.